As if there's nothing better to complain about. Conservatives are up in arms about yet another Hollywood movie, yet another Hollywood project that they're dissatisfied with. Whether there's a woman as the lead actor, like Wonder Woman, or there's a black woman as a lead actress in a Star Wars. I think, what was that, the Acolyte? Man, Star Wars fans don't like goddamn anything. And it's always hilarious, because they're always like, it's not realistic. That's not how things would go down in an alien society. Well, first of all, it's about an alien society. Secondly, it's not real, so you got to lighten up a little bit, touch some grass, breathe some fresh air, step outside, do your thing. But outside of that, it doesn't matter. It could be if there's an Asian lead character, it's like, no, god damn it, I want a white man. Put a white man back in the, you know how it is. But this go round, conservatives are upset because apparently James Gunn had something to say about how Superman is a movie about an immigrant. It's an immigrant story. But the silliness of that is that it's literally true. Like, you don't even have to make that a political thing. Superman is an alien. He's literally an illegal alien. He came here and his parents forged his birth certificates and all of that type of stuff, given the fact that he literally was not born on this planet, which would make him the epitome of an illegal alien. All that aside, none of that's new. Let's go ahead and check out what some of these people had to say about it. We got some guy named Clay Travis. He says, uh, he says a couple things. Here he says, I'm going to skip seeing Superman now. Director is an absolute moron to say this publicly the week before release. America is desperate for apolitical entertainment, and Hollywood is unable to deliver it. No, when he says America, he's saying conservative white people are desperate for a bunch of white bullshit because that's what they want to see. They want to whitewash everything because they're upset that the country's browning and gang and womanizing and all of that type of stuff. He also says, I made a fun movie that I hope everyone for all backgrounds enjoys. Is it that hard to say this when you've been given hundreds of millions of dollars of studio money to make a summer blockbuster? It feels like Tom Cruise is the only Hollywood superstar who still gets this. Again, this is just angry right wing white people bullshit. This is white people shit right here. Okay, here we go. Some guy named John Hassan. One reason why Top Gun Maverick did so well was it avoided all the political BS and just focused on entertainment. For some reason, Gunn is doing the opposite. But again, they say this type of stuff if you put like a black person as the lead character. I remember the Star Wars sequel trilogy. They was mad that that character Finn was black. Like, oh, we don't see this nigga. Like, that's all it is, and that's political to them. If you put anyone who's not a white man, if you put them in a head act role or something, or include them in the cast, then it's political. Some whoever this person is. Wow, that it never occurs to these millionaires that they could try not hating the American people who they are hoping will pay hard-earned money to see their crappy movies. Okay, and again, whether the movie's good or not has more to do with the writing and the script and the plot and all of that type of stuff. But it's you up in arms about. I don't want to hear anything about immigrants, but Superman is literally not from this planet, which would make him that. The communist is always a communist first. Everything else is second. It's why Hollywood will put out flop after flop, and yet they still refuse to stop doing this. If you're a movie director, making a great one is not as important as the revolution. Again, the reason why Hollywood movies generally aren't that great these days is because the writing isn't good. That's why the movies aren't good. It's not because they have black people or women in the cast. Thanks for letting us know we can skip it. I'd barely go to the movies of politics I agree with. Why would I? Well, politics I agree with. So again, how loud it's all these people are saying is they don't like immigrants. I mean, what the fuck else does that mean? Politics that I don't agree with. It's not okay. So I guess we're all skipping Superman. Go woke, go broke. And I got a good friend of mine. He's a movie critic. He sees everything early. He said he personally didn't really like Superman, but because he says the story's dull, he doesn't really like the plot and the writing, which again is what makes a movie or a production good or bad. It's what's actually happening within the story. But can we also talk about the fact that Superman has always been kind of lame? I mean, let's be serious. Superman is this Boy Scout boy wonder, and my one of my biggest issues with Superman has always been the fact that I'm like, yo, if somebody was this powerful, like nothing could stop them. and all he wants to do is like save cats out of trees and be a Boy Scout. It's like if somebody was this powerful, they would just be taking over the world. They would just be doing whatever they wanted. I mean, because who could stop them? You know what I'm saying? Who could stop them? So yeah, I've always loved Batman for that reason because he has more depth as a character. He has more inner turmoil. He has demons that he battles with. Superman's just a good guy. And conservatives also in America, at least the far right, they don't like good guys. They're just a bunch of mean assholes. So Superman, you would already think, is not really something that they would be all that akin to. Again, like this super Boy Scout who would never hurt a flea. I never hurt a fly, no matter what. Like, oh, he break out of metal chains. But he gonna go help your grandma walk across the street type of shit, which is woke to conservatives as well. Basically, woke just is the N word now. Like that's all it is. But I just find it fascinating that these people, they're not satisfied with anything. It's like they try to go out and touch grass, but they don't like the grass. They try to breathe fresh air, but they don't like the fresh air. They'd rather be in the smog of their hatred and their pettiness and their racism. It's like, God damn, man. Can anybody? Hey, now. Thank you so much for tuning in here at Politics and Paper. If you like what I do and you support my work, go ahead and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it and really helps to support what we do here.